Students, I will discuss about ovulation and the formation of the corpus luteum. Okay, in this first about the ovulation. Already you know about the development of the Graafian follicle. Okay, structure of the Graafian follicle. Ovarian follicles present in each of the ovary. Student, that goes to the gradual development, gradual changes, and firstly forms the primordial follicle. Primordial follicle develops into primary follicle. Primary follicle that develops into secondary follicle. Secondary follicle that develops into tertiary follicle or the Graafian follicle. Okay, student? And if you observe the structure of the Graafian follicle, it consists secondary oocyte. Student, okay, secondary oocyte is present in the Graafian follicle, fully matured follicle. Ovarian follicle that goes to the gradual changes and finally matured into Graafian follicle or the tertiary follicle. That is, the Graafian follicle consists ovum, that is also called secondary oocyte. Student, okay. And now what about the ovulation? Student, in this ovulation, release of the ovum from the Graafian follicle, fully matured ovarian follicle, release of the ovum from the Graafian follicle, that is, the process is called ovulation. Student, ovum or the oocyte or the female gamete, that is also called secondary oocyte. Okay, release of the ovum in the form of the secondary oocyte from the ovary, that is called ovulation. Student, Graafian follicle, when it is compared to the cortex of the ovary, it is very small. Okay, this is the Graafian follicle enlarges and becomes into big and reaches to surface part of the ovary of female reproductive system, okay, and forms the bulging, swelling outside. Bulging means, and finally ruptures and releases the ovum to outside from the ovary. That entire the process is called ovulation. Student, next, and what about the structure of ovum? Ovum, it is not fully matured. Why it is called secondary oocyte is not fully matured, not fully developed? Because it is arrested at metaphase 2 of meiosis 2. Student, primary oocyte that complete meiosis 1, okay, and forms the secondary oocyte and first polar body. Already you know about this. Okay, I will already discussed in oogenesis. Student, it is forms two types of the cells. One is the primary oocyte that goes to the meiosis 1, complete meiosis 1, and forms two types of the cells. One is secondary oocyte and another one is first polar body. First polar body and secondary oocyte, these two are haploid cells. And in this secondary oocyte that starts meiosis 2 and it is arrested at, stops at metaphase 2 of meiosis 2. Student, okay, it is very important. Okay, ovum is not fully developed and stops arrested in metaphase 2 of meiosis 2. Okay, and it is the ovum, outer surface of the ovum also surrounds with zona pellucida. Zona pellucida. Student, Next, with the help of the surrounding zona pellucida, the ovum is releases from the Graafian follicle. Next, what about perivitelline space? Perivitelline space, that means that is the space between cell membrane and zona pellucida. Student, if you observe, released ovum from the Graafian follicle. Ovum is surrounds with the plasma membrane, cell membrane, and that is the ovum after the cell membrane that is covered with the zona pellucida. There is a space between the cell membrane of the ovum and the zona pellucida. That is the space between these two parts that is called perivitelline space. Student, that is the perivitelline space is between cell membrane of ovum and zona pellucida. Okay, it is the space that consists of first polar body. Student, first polar body, it is also haploid cell and separates from ovum. It is formed by meiosis 1, which is completed by primary oocyte. Okay, primary oocyte complete meiosis 1 and forms first polar body and the secondary oocyte or the ovum. Next, student, what about the corpus luteum? Corpus luteum, it is a very important, student. After the ovulation, ovum releases from the Graafian follicle. Okay, granulosa cells proliferate and transform into. Student, if you observe the structure of the Graafian follicle, okay, enter the ovum that is surrounds with above the zona pellucida. There is a group of the cluster of the granulosa cells. Okay, that is also forms the cumulus oophorus. Okay, granulosa cells proliferate, okay, rapidly develops and increases more number and transform into yellowish glandular mass. This amount of the granulosa cells present in the Graafian follicle, okay, these are granulosa cells transform into yellowish mass body like structure that is called yellow body. It is also called corpus luteum, student. Corpus luteum. Okay, and ovulation is occurs, ovum is releases to outside. This is the ovum is not fertilized with the sperm. For example, ovum is not fertilized with the sperm. At the time of the ovulation, sperms are not present at that region. At the region of the fallopian tube or ampulla isthmus part. At that condition, ovum is not fertilizes with the sperm cell. Student, and this is the corpus luteum is continuous for about 14 days, up to the 14 days. Yellowish body is persist. If the ovum is not fertilizes, corpus luteum or yellowish body is continuous for about 14 days, student. During this time, secretes progesterone hormone. Student, during this time, for the period of 14 days, corpus luteum secretes progesterone hormone. Okay, and finally after the 14 days it is degenerate and forms a white body like structure that is fibrous tissue, also called corpus albicans. If the ovum is not fertilizes, okay, ovum is not fertilizes, after the 14 days corpus luteum changes into whitish body structure that is called corpus albicans formed by fibrous tissue. Okay student, what about the role of the progesterone? Progesterone, it is secretes from the corpus luteum. Okay, progesterone helps in pregnancy. Okay student, corpus luteum maintains pregnancy. Student, it is changes the endometrium lining of the uterus during the time of the pregnancy for receiving blastocyst stage of the embryo. Okay student, this is about the role of the progesterone. Next, under student, progesterone also helps in secretion of the mammary, secretion of milk from the mammary glands. Okay, next, if ovum is fertilizes, if the ovum is fertilizes with the sperm. Okay student, and corpus luteum continues for 3 to 4 months. Corpus luteum continue for 3 to 4 months. Okay, it is the corpus luteum continues up to 3 or 4 months if ovum is fertilizes with the sperms, zygote forms. Now it is the corpus luteum is also called corpus luteum of pregnancy. Corpus luteum of pregnancy. Okay student, if the ovum is fertilizes with the sperm and it leads to the pregnancy, formation of the pregnancy, and at the same time corpus luteum continues for 3 to 4 months, and at this time this is the corpus luteum is called corpus luteum of pregnancy. Progesterone secretes by it. Okay, progesterone is secretes by corpus luteum, and a compulsory progesterone secretion is compulsory for the maintaining of the pregnancy. Student, okay, it is maintains the uterus wall for the pregnancy. Okay, it is helps in attachment, implantation of the blastocyst to the uterus wall. Okay student, next, and also progesterone inhibits the contraction of the wall of uterus up to the gestation period is completed, pregnancy is completed. It inhibits the contraction of the wall of uterus. After 4th month, corpus luteum is no longer needed. Okay, because placenta is secretes progesterone plus after the 4th month in pregnancy, in gestation period, corpus luteum is no longer needed, and at the same time placenta begin to secrete progesterone. What about the placenta students? Placenta, it is the organ formed during the pregnancy, and it is supplies oxygen, nutrient rich food particles to the growing baby in the uterus, and it is also connected to the growing baby with the help of the umbilical cord. Okay student, that is about the placenta.